Hi, this is Political News in 5, and today is January 1st, 2023. I'm Aisha Usuri. Happy New Year. We made it. Now, I'm starting with the new DG for the Obi campaign. Doyin Okukwe, who used to be the Director General, had to resign when he was convicted of money laundering charges. And last week, Akin Oshuntoku was appointed as the new DG. He used to be political advisor to President Olusegun Obasanjo between 1999 and 2007. Now, interestingly, he's also on the ballot for the 2023 elections as the Zenith Labour Party's candidate for the Ekiti Central Senatorial seat. Now, one question is, will he be campaigning for himself as he campaigns for Obi in two different party platforms? One would like to think so, because if Obi makes it to the presidency, he will need as many allies as he can get in the National Assembly. One would also be curious about what the Zenith Labour Party's presidential candidate, Dan Nwanyan, thinks about Akin Oshuntoku's anti-party activities. Speaking of anti-party activities, I turn to the Asoebi 5, which is a witty take that I saw on the Wiki-led group of 5 governors on Twitter. So I can't take credit for that name, but it is very apt because they're constantly, showing themselves in the same type of uniform, so to speak. Such boyish behavior. Now, the story that won't go away is who this aggrieved 5 are going to support for the presidential elections. And last week, there was a lot of back and forth about a meeting that allegedly held or did not hold in London with Tinubu. But you can tell how conversations and negotiations are going from Wike's response to the press when he was asked after they returned from London from the meeting that did not hold about whether they had taken a decision on who to support, and he gave remarks in line with something like, "Don't disturb us, why is everybody concerned?" And Wike, if he had something to crow about, he would be singing. Now, what's the problem? The bottom line is that Tinubu doesn't need these 5 to win. He also doesn't need to do that at the expense of his own party members who are also on the ballot. Now, let's take Benue State, for example. APC have a very popular candidate for the gubernatorial elections, Reverend Father Hyacinth Aliyah, who has been vocal in his support for Tinubu and also explaining to people how the same 5th ticket is not a problem. Unlike Ortom, the current governor of Benue, who is a lame duck governor with only a few months left to go, quite unpopular, and he wants to retire into the nursing home for former governors, also known as the Senate. Now, why would Tinubu go with the Ortom instead of an Aliyah? Then you move to Oyo. Makinde is not in a good place for his second term bid. Apparently, PDP has splintered into at least 4 different groups, with Makinde leading only about 20%, 25% of what used to be PDP. There's also a very strong APC gubernatorial candidate, Senator Teslim Folarin, who used to be in PDP. You can see the musical chairs. And some of the PDP decampees have actually moved to his camp. So he's been strengthened. He too can safely, comfortably deliver 25-30% for Tinubu in Oyo. So why would Tinubu need Makinde? And it's the same kind of permutation for Enugu, for Abia, where there's a very strong Labour candidate, Alex Oti, for governor. You know that from the polls, the southeast is pretty much for Obi. So again, why would Tinubu need to drop whoever is working in APC? And apparently, Hope Uzodinma is doing a great job of mobilizing the Southeast in support of APC. So again, why does he need this too? Apparently, Rivers State, Wike doesn't really want anything. He's promised that he can deliver. He has his state in lockdown, but he's the lead negotiator for the 5, and so he's trying to do his best. Meanwhile, PDP is just waiting patiently and gleefully, sharpening its knives, waiting for the formal declaration of their anti-party decision. And in the meantime, the national chairman, Ayu, has apparently given instructions that all the nominees of these Asoebi 5 should not be on the list that's going to INEC in terms of party agents and other officials that INEC will need to recognize on the election day. So this is really House of Cards, Sons of Caliphate worthy entertainment. Let's keep watching. I'll keep you posted. Finally, I'd like to just remind everyone that we have 22 more days to collect our PVCs if that deadline doesn't change. Some of the information that's coming out of the process so far shows that there's really high drive. About 97% of respondents who were asked in a poll indicate that they do want to vote. So we're really expecting a high voter turnout in 2023. Only about 79% have actually collected their PVCs. Two worrying statistics. is that one, only 30% got their PVCs at the first attempt, meaning that it takes more than one try to get it, and 24% said that they suffered some form of abuse in trying to get their PVCs. This is unconscionable, and one would like to think that civil society and INEC will come together and make sure that the next 22 days it's as easy as possible for Nigerians to get their PVCs and to prepare to vote in about 55 days' time. That's it on Political News in 5. Wishing all my supporters, viewers, a wonderful, wonderful 2023. May all our dreams and hopes for ourselves and our dear country, Nigeria, come true. Stay safe, stay well. Bye.